All right, here we go. Let's hop off the end. Yeah. Yo, what's up? Duff here. Finally getting out on the V14 to see how the lighter weight 500/600 progressive spring feels on this wheel compared to the stock wheel. I've been kind of out of commission for a week because I hurt my right knee playing pickleball last weekend, which I alluded to briefly in the video that I shot regarding installing this spring. And then I went to the gym the following day on Sunday and I did some stuff that screwed it up really good. So I spent the majority of this last week limping around, not playing pickleball. I was supposed to play a tournament today, couldn't do that. So yeah, it's been kind of a challenging week, but we're getting better. Evidence being I'm riding the wheel. So let's see how this spring feels. I'm going to do a quick ride to Dunkin' Donuts. Installation of the new spring wasn't technically difficult. In total, I might have spent an hour installing it, and that was with me filming as well. So if you knew what you were doing, I'm sure you could do that whole process in probably a half an hour. So after I installed the new spring, I did do like just a stationary, bounce test, and I could definitely feel the additional softness on this spring for sure. But the question is, how does it feel going over bumps? How does it feel going over dropping off curb? Small things, like if I notice a difference, how does it feel on the sidewalk? So, and I might have to adjust the settings, the rebound and dampening differently than what I did with the higher strength spring, because I did set the settings the same as I have it on the higher strength spring, so I might have to adjust those. And my knee definitely is not anywhere close to 100% yet, maybe 50%. But we'll see if the suspension keeps me upright. I'm over here where I got these nice little mini speed bumps. These are always a good test for me. And a big one. Okay, and another set of small ones. Yeah, to be honest, that doesn't feel as good as I hoped. I don't know if the rebound is too fast, dampening too slow. I don't know. Let me go back this way. All right, let's drop off a curb here. Holds up. Okay, that feels better. That definitely feels better than it did with the stock spring, for sure. That was a softer landing. At this point in my life, I'm all about softer landings, definitely softer in that situation. Little mini speed bumps, popping me up a little bit more than I would prefer, but I might be able to address that through settings. It also feels better doing sidewalk transitions and handling the irregularities of sidewalks than the stock shock did for me as well, or felt for me at least. But I mean, a lot of times this is preference. It really is, it's preference. Some people just prefer a different kind of feel out of their suspension. And I like it plush. Plush, plush, plush. We have arrived at my home away from home, Dunkin' Donuts. Copy secured. So I'm going to basically just go straight back to the house. I'm surprised that I'm even able to ride today, but I don't want to push it. I don't want to do any damage to negate the healing that I've done so far. So we're just going to go back the opposite way on the sidewalk, see how sidewalk life feels in the shock, and give my thoughts on this swap at the end. It's feeling good on this undulating sidewalk here. There are tons of swarms of gnats right now because of the very wet conditions we've had recently. Trying to avoid swallowing one. You know how big of a fan I am of the Fast Ace suspension that's on primarily veteran wheels. But when I did the shock swap, I was surprised to see that on the module there we have the rebound and compression settings. It's stamped Fast Ace. So I think that this is actually hi guys. I think this is actually a Fast Ace unit, or at least partially a Fast Ace unit. So I'd never heard that mentioned previously. It's good. One more curb drop in over here at the church. This is one that I do pretty routinely. All right, here we go. Let's hop off the end. Yeah, definitely catches me in a way that I prefer over the stock spring. Definitely. That one's mild, then we'll do the more severe one. Yep, it's good. All right, a nice quick ride on the V14 Pro with the 500/600 progressive spring installed. My first time riding the wheel since I did that swap a week ago. So the question is, was it worth roughly the $100 I spent and the hour I invested doing the swap? For me, yes. Yes. Does it feel as soft as my patent with fast A suspension? No, it doesn't. But it definitely feels better than it did. I've moved the needle that direction for sure. It feels significantly softer with the kind of riding I do. And again, I want to stress, like if you are a avid off-roader, you're probably not going to want to ever touch that. You're not going to want to touch the spring. But for me, the kind of riding I do, it makes a difference and it does help. And I'm glad to see that that time and money was not wasted. Dramatic pause. So that's all I have for now. If you found this video interesting, please think about giving it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell. It's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. I know there's a good amount of people that have done this swap on the V14, and they had reported to me in advance that for them, it felt good, and I can raise my hand and join the It Feels Better club with that lower tension spring. And just for reference sake, my riding weight with gear and everything is probably, I don't know, 195 pounds, 85 kilograms, something like that. So just as a reference, what kind of weight this is going to be dealing with. So that's all I got for now, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Until next time, Duckman out. Is it just me, or does anyone else just love just doing this on a suspension wheel? Why? I don't know. It's almost like a ride at the carnival.